Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am so excited you decided to join me here today. Today we are building in the world of Tartosa, which is one of my favorite worlds that came with The Sims 4. And this came with my wedding stories. And we are building kind of a Mediterranean villa. It kind of has a modern touch on it. I had this idea stuck in my head for probably weeks, and I kept building it and then bulldozing it because I just didn't like how it was turning out because it was a very specific um, build style that I was going for. It's kind of a mix between, like I said, Mediterranean and modern. And I know these types of villas exist, but I couldn't really find any exactly what I was imagining on Pinterest. So I kind of combined the two and I will pop the inspiration up now on the screen. And yeah, I think it turned out really cute. And I think my vision finally, after many attempts, came to life. So I hope you do enjoy this build. So, like I was saying, it is built in the world of Tartosa, and it's built on a 30 by 20 lot. And the name of the lot is up in the left hand corner. I don't know if that lot name is correct because I kept trying to upload this build to the gallery, and I think it was thinking I was putting in a different word than what I was. So, it kept saying, "No, you cannot upload this. There's a word that you cannot use." And I'm like, "Well, what the heck could it be?" And the only thing I could come up with is this lot name. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if this is actually the lot name. I may have downloaded a build off the gallery onto this lot and then just it never changed the name. So I am rather curious about that. So this beach villa ends up having 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. There is kind of a half bath situation going on into the main bedroom downstairs. But I ended up putting in a huge pool in the back and then this beautiful awning. And I just imagine your Sims would be out there laying out, tanning, overlooking this gorgeous view, and you have the pool. I mean, ugh, what more could you really want? I mean, if I was a Sim and, I got this house, I would be very thankful because this is like my dream right here, just to live on the ocean and be able to come out and drink my coffee and stare at the ocean. Ah, that's the dream. But anyway, I'm getting to the pool area back here, and I did make this pool a very odd shape. I thought it turned out really pretty, and I used this trim from Love Struck, and I thought it complemented it so perfectly. And then here you see I'm adding in some vines and wisteria and just trying to make it look a little bit overgrown. And I thought it turned out really pretty. I added in these beautiful flower vines, and I want to say that came from my wedding stories. And I thought it just looked so gorgeous and tropical on this build. If you want to download this build from the gallery, it is up on the gallery, and my gallery ID is C Stormy 13. And I believe I named it Tropical Dream Villa, I believe it was. And you can change it from a residential into a vacation rental. And I think it would really act really well as that. If you wanted to bring your Sims here on vacation, I think it would be perfect for that. And now I'm just continuing to add wisteria and different things I'm finding in debug around the house and just making it, like I said, feel very lush and overgrown. And I really want it to feel like a tropical retreat. And So I ended up putting a couple solar panels on the roof as well. And then I added in some skylights, and so the sun does come through those skylights on the roof and shines into the property. And I thought that was really pretty. The lighting here in Tartosa is just gorgeous, and I really love gameplay here and building here just because it is kind of that tropical paradise vacation vibe and, other than island living, as far as ocean and lots and just building on the ocean, I thought this would be perfect for what I had imagined. And I'm just now placing a couple trees and some palm trees around, just making it feel very filled in. And like your Sims had some shade when they were back here enjoying their pool. And now I am starting in on the layout, and I did struggle a little bit with how to lay this out. I really wanted a very open concept build, and I wanted access to the pool area from multiple angles and ways, and just very open and breezy. And so I did use the doors, and I don't remember what pack those doors came with, but they're like the sliding buckle doors. I almost think they're metal. And I placed those in the bottom floor in the living room so you can just walk right out of the living room and go to the pool or lounge on the pool seats. And then I added another one in the main bedroom. So your sim, if she's in the main bedroom, can just walk out and go to the pool area, which honestly, it's not that great if you want to lock sims out of your build, because I did notice as I was playtesting this that a lot of sims were just going into the back and coming in through my house, which, I really didn't mind. I mean, I knew the Sims kinda, but they totally just barged in, so keep that in mind if you download this off the gallery. You might wanna try to lock the doors. I don't know if there's a way that you can lock them out even though the door is open. But yeah, I would definitely see if you can do that. I might try that here in a bit after I get done with this voiceover to see if I can't lock some Sims from barging just in my house. So, now I am working on the kitchen. I talked right over the living room. I thought the living room turned out really beachy and cozy. And, I usually fly through interiors, but I did struggle with this too. Like, this whole build was a struggle. Like, I had an idea of how I wanted it to feel, but it just never translated properly. And I had to start over again. But, that was the process. And I ended up being really happy with it. So now we're working on the kitchen, and I'm just cluttering up these back shelves. And I just really wanted an open, no cabinets, just open shelves and full of clutter and different things. I added some alcohol because I figured, if you were using this as a vacation rental, your Sims would be having fun and maybe drinking by the pool. And I did add a bar back there too. I want to say I added the rounded one, and I believe it came with Love Struck, but I love that bar back, and I never get an opportunity to use it because it's so big, but I did include it here just in case you guys were using this as a vacation property and you had a lot of Sims over, or you had a lot of Sims staying here. They could all go out there and hang out, and there's plenty of room for them. And I did include a four-seater table here, and I thought the light coming through the skylight here was so pretty and how it was shining on the table. And I did add a computer there at that dining table just so your sim would have one if they needed one. And now we are working on this hallway. This hallway ended up being the awkward part of this build. It kind of is a hallway into a hallway, but I feel like I filled it up nicely. I added in a fish tank. I haven't got there yet, but I add a fish tank into this little nook in the second hallway. And I never use fish tanks, so I was really happy about that. And so I'm just adding these curtains in on the doorways just to make it feel a little bit separated, but a little bit breezy and tropical as well. And there's that fish tank I was telling you about. And I did fill it with tropical fish, which I thought was perfect for this build. And I'm just cluttering up this little table I had in the hallway. That table came with for rent. I believe I love that table. That is something that I would love to have a piece like that in my own home. But and now I am just adding a few more tables, a few more decorations in this hallway before we get on into the main room. Oh, no, never mind. It's the bathroom. And, I really did like how this bathroom turned out. I used the new bathroom kit. I don't know what it's called. There's been so many kit releases lately. I cannot keep up with the names of all of them, the proper names anyway, but this was the new bathroom kit that just came out probably a month ago. And I did include this in my build, and I thought it fit this aesthetic really nicely. It kind of has that modern, chic, Mediterranean vibe. I really love the sink with the bowl, and I thought it turned out really pretty. I really liked that kit. And now we are starting in on the bedroom. And this is probably my favorite room in the house. I kind of hesitated if I wanted to use this pink swatch, but I thought it turned out so pretty and I had something in mind and I wanted to use that rug is what it was. And I thought it was perfect. And I used this stand-up mirror, which is one of my favorite pieces, and that little watermelon poof seat, and I thought that was really cute in front of the mirror. And I just cluttered up those side tables, adding in a few decorations on top of this arm wall. And yeah, I mean, gosh, it to walk out and have the pool right there, and you can lay on your bed and just see the view. I thought that was so magical and dreamy. And here is the half bath that I included in this main room. Just so you know, your Sims had a place to use the restroom or wash their hands. I wanted them to have that connected. And now we are starting in on this landing, and I kind of made this like a book nook area. I used the bookshelves from the Book Nook kit, and those are probably some of my favorite shelving in the game just because they're so versatile. And I kind of went over that bathroom door and kind of made like a little door bookcase area. And I thought that was really cool and different. And I haven't done that in a while. So I really like that. And now we are just adding a few more things into this hallway. I did add those boxes from seasons so that you can add decorations to your build if the holidays roll around. I wanted to include that as well. And now we are starting in on the main. Well, I guess this would be the second bathroom, but this is the biggest bathroom and this is the most luxurious, in my opinion. I did include a washer and dryer in this bathroom just because I wanted your Sims to have that if you wanted to include that into your gameplay. And here you can see I'm adding in a few of those baskets and a few clutter pieces just to go along with it. I added in some towels and I thought it turned out really nice. It's a really big bathroom, but I felt like it had a lot of plants and was overgrown and just totally fit the vibe. And I really enjoyed this bathroom. And this is also using the new bathroom kit that we just got as well. And here we are on the last bedroom, and I thought this turned out pretty good. I kind of struggled with this bedroom. This was for a male sim in my gameplay, so I kind of wanted to have that masculine energy included in it. So and he's got this beautiful, beautiful deck that he has. So he is a lucky sim. And I'm just going in and adding a few pieces. And a trash bin, and I added in a chess table right here just so if your Sims have a little extra skill building included. I did also include the pottery table in this. I put it on the top balcony so your Sims can go out there. That's about the only thing I put on that balcony, but I did put the pottery wheel in case you Sim was into that. They could go out there and spin their pottery. And this was probably my favorite part of the build was this outside deck area. And I thought it was so beautiful just to lay out there and have a little bit of that wisteria and a little bit of a patio awning situation. And I just thought that was gorgeous. And then I included in here the waterfall from Riviera Retreat Kit. And I thought that paired just really pretty. It is kind of clipping into that fence, but honestly, I didn't want to tear the fence down and it didn't really bother me. So hopefully it doesn't bother you. And then I'm coloring the pool here and kind of making it fit the aesthetic. Now we are getting on to the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate you guys so much, and have a great day. Bye.